Christian, over to your right. Dan Wakey with the LA Times. What was this free agency process like for you? I'm sure it went longer than you expected, and why were the Lakers the right spot?
I think my ability to fit with this team, me knowing Coach Darin Ham, me having a relationship with Rob, I think that was a big factor. Them calling my agent every day, me talking to Darin Ham every day, and me being around Darvin when I was in the G League, probably about like 5-6 years ago. Him just having that, just rooting for me to try and be great. And then I see him in Milwaukee, and he was the guy I was working out with. He was my players coach, so we developed a great relationship through then. And he knew all the work I put in to try and get to where I wanted to be, and I think that was a big factor.
Christian, you mentioned the relationship with Darin Ham being a significant factor in your decision to come to the Lakers. Just with that relationship, can you detail a little bit more, just, I guess, what those conversations were like between you and him over the offseason, and just what he was saying to you to, I guess, in essence, recruit you here? Yeah,
I mean, we mostly talked about, my fit on the team, what I could bring to the table, my ability to shoot and space the floor for these guys. I think he said we were lacking in three-point shooting last year. That's something that they want to get better at. Transition that they wanted to get better at. We just had numerous conversations like that, and he was just very transparent and honest with me, and I felt like that was just a big thing for me.
Hey, Christian. Jacob Choza, ABC7. We know what you can do on the offensive side of the ball, but what do you think you could bring defensively with this team?
I think I was pretty good at switching last year. I think I struggled guarding bigger guys in the post. That's something I've gotten better at this year. But last year, I think my ability to switch, my ability to block shots is a big thing. And then me playing with Anthony Davis and Jackson Hayes, those guys being long, lengthy centers that can block shots and move their feet. They're both mobile. I feel like we can help each other out in a lot of ways.
Christian over here. You play with a bunch of different teams over your career.
Yeah.
Do you hope that you can stick here and this becomes home for you with the Lakers?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is my hometown team. I'm from Long Beach. I grew up watching this team. I grew up watching Kobe Bryant, so this is where I want to be long term.
Christian, over here to your left.
Yeah.
You referenced Anthony Davis and Jackson Hayes. How do you see you guys working together in two big lineups and just the different ways you guys can complement one another?
Well, I mean, there's going to be times where, AD's going to get doubled in the post, and he's going to have to, have a guy to throw it out to. So I think my ability to be able to space the floor for him. And Jackson Hayes, his ability to be able to get out in transition. He likes to run a lot. He likes to catch lobs. And, it's showtime, so it's going to be fun.
Christian, Anthony was in here earlier kind of talking about how he wanted to be a guy that you and Jackson could kind of lean on, and that he could maybe help you guys. How has he helped you since you've been here?
I would say he's been a leader. Him and LeBron, from what I've seen so far, has been a leader. Me and Anthony Davis has been in the gym since I got here on day one. I think the first day, I got here, him and LeBron, I got here at 7 a.m. Him and LeBron were already in the gym in a full sweat. So that kind of motivated me to, all right, now I got to get here earlier than LeBron and AD. But they're waking up at 6. I don't know if I'm waking up at 6, but 7 o'clock will do. It's fun. They're good leaders.
Hey, Christian, Darvin had mentioned his time with you in Milwaukee, and just wondered, what did you get to know about his philosophy as a coach defensively? How do you fit into the schemes that he likes to run for bigs? And then same thing on the offensive end with the ability to space but also score inside. How does that comfortability with Darvin impact kind of how you feel like you'll fit a little bit better even into this season?
I don't want to give you the complete game plan, but okay. Like I said, I've been saying before, my ability to be able to space the floor, I think, was a big factor for him. Like I said, this team was lacking three-point shooting last year. He felt like it was, and my ability to knock it down at a high rate and a lot of attempts is great. So I think that was a big thing for him. I don't know what sets and stuff like that we're going to be running for me or anything like that in terms of coming off screens or stuff like that, but I think that was a big factor in my shooting ability. Yes, for sure.
Hey, Christian, right. How much do you think playing with Luca last season will help with the transition to now playing with LeBron?
Man. I think, to me, in my eyes, Luca was one of the best, pick and roll point guards in the league. I got to learn a lot in terms of him getting blitzed, double teamed, and pick and rolls, and him needing a short roll guy to kind of create the action for when he gets double teamed. I feel like I've learned a lot in doing that, and I got better. I think I was actually one of the best bigs in the pick and roll off of doing that. I think it was like me and Dwight Powell or something like that. So I want to say it's the Luca effect, but I had a little bit of part in that, and it was fun.
Christian, based on the way last season ended and the summer went for you, how motivated are you do you feel like you have things to prove to this league about the kind of player you are?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot of false narrative out there that was about me. Whether you look at it or not, I put up, I think it was 17-9 or something like that, and I signed for a vet minimum. I've seen a lot of talk of why is he going for the vet minimum? Maybe it's character issues, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. But when you really look at it, I've never had any problem on the team, maybe besides Houston, and that was for defending a teammate. And if you ask me, I would probably do it again. But other than that, I've never had any problems with any team, never had any locker room problems. Every coach that I talked to has loved me. I still talk to Silas and Casey and all those guys, to this day. They root for me. Darin Ham's been rooting for me. He's a guy that's always been in my corner, rooting for me. So I would say I have a lot to prove, and this will probably be one of my most motivated seasons since being undrafted.
Hi, Christian, over here. Hi. You just tweeted, or a couple nights ago, you just tweeted the number 18. Mm-hmm. Are Lakers fans maybe correct in assuming that tweet indicates maybe your confidence in this team?
Yes, for sure. I think my thing is, we came here with one goal. I have one goal. I've said it, since I've been in every single station here, that my goal is to get to the playoffs. I haven't been to the playoffs yet in my career, so that's a big thing for me. It's really like a major thing for me, and the ultimate end goal. Everybody wants to win a championship, and I think one of the things that Brian was telling me over the summer, him and AD, as they were in like the recruiting process, kind of, was we're focused on team goals and not individual goals. So that's why I'm focusing to going season, and 18 is what we want to get. Thank you, guys.